Hey guys, it's I'm Cookies, and today I'm bringing you guys some Search and Destroy gameplay on my Tuesday. And if you guys know, I post Elder Scrolls vids every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Tuesday and Thursday are going to be random vids. So I thought I'd show you this. It's Zoo on Search and Destroy, and I go 12. I go 12 and 0, and we 4-0 these guys. A lot of things. And also, one of the good things about this is I don't sound whore. I do have Turtle Beaches. I do use them sometimes, but now I actually listen to music. This entire game, I listen to music. So I have my Turtle Beaches hooked up to the USB port on my computer and the green headphone jack into the headphone jack of my laptop. So all the sounds you're just hearing right now, like that guy who just fell down and died, and the grenade sounds, I never heard. I was completely oblivious to the sounds. So I find myself that that's a pretty good, equation. I've been doing better and better if I listen to music. So I mean, I'm thinking now my formula for Call of Duty is listen to music, I get better games. But whatever works for you. So today I'm not here to talk about, the gameplay. I mean, I am here a little strategy about Search and Destroy, guys, just some tips and tricks. Search and Destroy, since it is a non-respawning game type, you're going to find people that will camp A more, or they will actually post up positions. Now, Search and Destroy is all about position and routes. You can always get good routes in any map situation. Doesn't matter which map it is. I know Nuketown, you can find the best routes if you're playing different teams depending on the routes. Different people will take different routes, but what you notice about Search and Destroy is sometimes people will take the same routes. What I do is I combat that by taking the same route, but if I die after taking the same route, like let's say I'm getting like 3 kills one round, and then they take note of that, and I'm the only one going around, so then they camp up, and then they kill me. So then I know that they know I'm going to keep going that route. So what you do is you change routes. It's all about tactical gameplay. Think about it as if it's like war. This is actually as close as you'll get. There's non-respawning. It's the best of 4. I mean, you do respawn, but the whole game is once you die in the round, you can't come back. So I like that about this game mode because it's very tactical. You have to be very careful about your plans, your move. You have to. It's like a game of chess, and it's really cool. But so in Search and Destroy, try and figure out what that route is for different maps. Different maps vary, and it's always different. So that's about as much as I can go with Search and Destroy. Always be careful. I am a big Search and Destroy player, so some of you guys can agree with me. It is like chess, so you guys just make your moves carefully. Play the game that you want to play. If you want to be a rusher, fine, but always know your routes. Always know where the people are most populated, where you can reach around and go behind them. Figure out the routes. Figure out weak spots and enemy points and stuff. Very good choke points, too. It's all about that. So now that I got that out of the way, the real topic of discussion right now is actually rage quitting. And rage quitting can be defined as pressing the guide button on your Xbox controller and pressing Y after and dashboarding. Now what dashboarding does is when you dashboard, if you're the host, what happens is connection will be interrupted. Now what happens is with the servers need to actually, when you leave the game, when you press start and leave game, it's like ejecting the disk if you dashboard. So when you do leave game on the menu, it's not ejecting the disk. What it's doing, it's when it, if you're host, it'll do that, looking for new hosts and stuff. What it's doing is it's just disconnecting you safely. It's like safely removing a USB drive. It's safely disconnecting you and actually applying the host to somebody else. Now if you dashboard, it's like ejecting the USB drive out of the computer without clicking safely remove hardware. So what that does is that you can't find a host. What it does is the server is searching for the host, and when it searches for the host, you can't find it. And what it does is it just pulls everybody to the pregame lobby and says no good host available. Now, why am I talking about rage quitting? Why would somebody talk? It's in Call of Duty. It always has been. People will always rage quit, and the reason why is because people do it for different reasons. Most people do it for kill whoring. If I were to rage quit, which I rarely do, I like to stay and complete the game no matter what. I'd rather take the loss than be a little boy and say I'm not man enough to take my loss. But sometimes I will if we're getting crushed in domination. Like let's say it's like 10 to 180. There's no chance that I myself, being a team player with the help of others who are people who are actually team playing, and I've never done this before, and if I do, I will show you gameplay and prove that I'm wrong, but there's no chance for me to trip cap them and hold it for that long to be able to secure a win. You never know though. So I say, if you rage quit, I think it's a bad thing. I think that's just showing you that you are caring about stats that don't equate to real life. You know, as for me, I'm going to art college in Florida, and you know, this game isn't my life. I love video games to death. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Call of Duty. I mean, I love the Elder Scrolls. I love Mass Effect. I love a lot of video games. I'm a big video game guy. I always have been since I was a little boy. But you know, one of the things about it is that it's not my life. I mean, it is a huge part of my life. I mean, it is such a big aspect of my life that I couldn't see myself without it. You know, it's done so much for me, and I want to become a game developer, hopefully, but you never know. But the thing is, you know, it can't be my life. You know, when I listen to music, I'm really chill, but sometimes I rage when I play the game when I listen to headsets, and this is a pretty good kill on me. But you know, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be this guy who just makes this thing my entire life. And I feel that you guys, whoever rage quits, I'm not trying to say that you guys are stupid or anything. You know, you guys play the game the way you are, but you know, take some priority in life, I think. And maybe the thing that I've learned most about video games is that you can't, you know, get wrapped up in it. You know, it is something to get your mind off things. It is a form of entertainment, but it's not everything. You know, this isn't real life, you know, guys. These stats online here only prove who's a better player in a game. You know, it doesn't prove that Joe Schmo, who's got like a 40 KD, when I have a 1.19, is better than me in real life. You know, I may be a better person in real life than he is. You never know. And I think that's what people need to realize. You know, I do go 12-0 in this game. I do 4-0 these guys, but to me that's not important. To me, what's important is that, you know, in life we're faced with a lot of choices, and that, you know, these choices make or break us. What we need to do as people is to be able to say, hey, this is just a game, and you know, I'm just here for, you know, just to have fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. 12-0 on Zoo. Please rate it, rate, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my content. If you guys want more, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.